Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarQ, the KarQ Archives YouTube channel where I do VOD reviews, gameplay, patch notes, and variety content, all that good stuff. Today we have some gameplay submitted by Will the Thrill. Remember, if you want to get your gameplay submitted, as long as you're following the stream and hanging out, you'll be building loyalty points. As long as you have a Twitch account, you'll see they're called StonQs with a Q at the end. 48,000 points, and you can redeem a VOD discounted from 50,000. Price might go back up to 50 after because the 48 number bothers me. Maybe 48.99. I'll do that next time. Anyways, let's watch some Genji gameplay submitted by Will the Thrill. Just follow the stream and hang out. Okay. Whoa, that's a big commitment before your team. So I think, listen, I think I use this word for Sombra, but it also applies to a flanker like Genji. Genji is also a very big opportunist. Like a dry 6 dash, like dashing into 6 enemies beyond your tanks without waiting for them to engage or anything is pretty dangerous. You literally were able to do it, jump up, get out scot-free. Now that doesn't happen past a certain point. Like if this McCree was just reactive and you could have like flashed through the minute you dash in, you would die there past a certain rank every single time if you just dry dash into 6. Got away with it. That's good. I think as you're falling, farming, dash the anti, dude. You did have your deflect at least to kind of bail you out, but yeah. Mechanically though, you seem fine. Oh, just walking through the trap. You got deflect as soon as it's up here. As soon as the Junkrat shoots at you. Alright, you're good. Okay, so. Number one, I was gonna say, hopefully you saw the trap there after you got like this. I thought you fully saw that. Maybe you didn't. Kind of tough to remember. Number one. Then number two, you jumped into it. Awkward. You didn't have your deflect back out, but if this, I'm gonna assume this Junkrat's gonna keep shooting you. I would have like deflected on imp. This Junkrat just literally whiffed you. Or no, your Sigma was sucking over your head. Okay, so your Sigma bailed you out. Maybe you knew that was happening and you didn't deflect for that reason, or you totally forgot. Whenever you're kind of in a spot though. Oh no, you did get hit by it. You just got healed perfectly. Okay, so I probably would have deflected that. And so far, it feels like your dashes are very greedy. Oh, that is greedy. Ooh, very greedy. Okay. Right, some people don't know. I don't know why you canceled the deflect here. Because if you guys don't know, deflect works on Rhine swings. It doesn't feel intuitive that you can deflect a swing, but you can. You just don't deflect any damage back to the Reinhardt, but if you hold deflect on the Reinhardt, you will not take damage as a Genji. So all this does is just stall for like 2 seconds, which doesn't accomplish much. You're using your deflect here to stall rather than trying to get value back, because this Rhine is going to wait here anyways for his team. So like I felt like that was just totally unnecessary. You could just be poking here. Like if this Rhine's hiding here, waiting for his team and waiting for his shield to recharge, why just deflect here? Why don't you just like stand right here? And this sight line like this is juicy. Enemies like to walk out right here after they're recontesting. So if you walk out and you keep firing shurikens, I've seen a lot of Genjis that just sit here, primary fire, wait, and just do that and farm your blade because you're not there yet. Enemy my side. Okay, so your team is dead. Like I said, you're an opportunist. You have 2 people dead on the kill feed. Like if you randomly dash and engage someone right now, it's a bit too much. I think you did that deflect in anticipation for the Roadhog hook. Number one, you have, yes, you kind of have to, as long as you're anticipating a hook, you can actually totally deflect. Unless you don't trust yourself for your reaction time, it's pretty slow. If you just listen for the audio cue, you should be able to deflect a hook in time, so you don't have to panic and do it. Now, if I go on humanbenchmark.com, it says the average person has like a 250 millisecond reaction time, and the hook speed and whatever is definitely slower than that. So you should be able to deflect that on instinct or upon reaction. As long as you're priming your brain. Anyways, you're gonna wait for a blade here. Looks like you're gonna do a block. Oh, you got okay. I was gonna say you don't have to dash the first one, but you got it. Go for the squishy, nice. Go for the squishy, not the Roadhog. Okay, so there's another target right there in the dark room. Okay, so number one, as you're pulling out this blade, I probably, from this distance, I would have probably saved my dash because you're already in range. You got stunned out of it anyways. You got to reset, so I mean, nothing was lost there because you do get it back. But target selection on Genji. You have a nano blade, you go for the squishies. 1, 2, 3. Roadhog is like the lower priority. You killed that. Great kill on the Lucio. Right here, you should be going for the Junkrat. As long as you dash past him. If you dash in front of him, he actually might be able to burst you or boop you away. Because 9 times out of 10 as a Junkrat, you're throwing a mine right here and you can't detonate it on yourself. So what would happen is if you dash past this Junkrat, as long as he doesn't have a trap, which he didn't, he already used it there. If you dash past him, you'd be able to kill him. But you said go for a hog who's vaping and stuff too. That was tough. But he's antied now, so you do finish him off. So off the back of that, you should be winning. This Ryan is just full out running. Okay, you're deflecting some of the swings. Whoa, 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 why dash? Whoa, why dash? Okay, that was a bronze moment right there. As a Genji, you think about it this way. If you're going to dash, you need an escape plan. You either bank on, as soon as, before you dash on a Genji, just have a plan in mind. Can I get a kill or assist to confirm a reset? Number one. If not, do I have my deflect to stall for 2 seconds so I can break line of sight? Like basically, as soon as you dash, you're like, can I escape cleanly by a wall or by distance? So you have to bank on getting a dash reset or having your deflect to stall yourself long enough to get back into cover. Because again, Genji's an opportunist. You're not gonna 1v1 a Reinhardt like this. There's just no way. So the fact that you blew your dash like this in front of his face for 50 damage, he's not gonna, dude, he has 300 HP and he's getting shot by a Baptiste. You can't get a kill and get that reset in time here. No way. So now, okay, and you get swung and you didn't even have your deflect or anything. Like if you wanted to dash for some damage for your ult, but you had a deflect, so you like dash in, deflect, and then you'd like take 3 steps back, like I said, because you can stall yourself without taking any damage with deflect, then sure, okay, dash for some damage. I mean, nothing was lost as long as you live and you're capping anyways. But here you dashed, no deflect, you're just dead. Like it's just. But I guess the only other way is, yeah, you can dash into him and maybe climb up the wall, but then you, like you said, if I'm an enemy Baptiste, I'm seeing the Ryan, I see the Genji dash, and now he's climbing a wall. Beep, 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 beep. I can actually kill him. Free tap right there. Like pretend they know what they're doing. It'll prevent you from getting, I mean, do stuff until you start getting punished, but as long as you know how to make adjustments, sure. Like that. I would dash through them all, yep. Honestly, if I were you right there, I would have just farmed for my blade. Okay. So this happens. 29 HP, okay, you're getting some heals now, you're pocketed. You're kind of just jumping in there. Like as you're jumping, just keep firing your shurikens. There's literally no reason not to just, unless you're like on a flank and you need to close the gap by dropping on them. You don't want to shuriken too early, sure, but like you're literally staring at all 4 of them. If you're jumping up here, just keep farming, keep farming. Genji's playstyle is literally just playing for blade for the most part now. So, and then number 2, I was gonna say you can train yourself to react to the Roadhog hook, but that's a bit more of a mechanical thing that may not come naturally until like you deliberately practice. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. It's something that you can work on later on, but the more fundamental part was just the APM when you're jumping in front of them. Shoot your secondary fires. You did get hooked, but you got bailed out by this grab. Dash through them all. I would almost never melee at the end of a dash unless it's a solo target, because if you melee, you lock yourself out of your secondary fires right now. So if I were you, I would dash past him 180 and just keep flicking the secondary fires. Just farm the grab. If it feels like you're, because your team got your team is way stuck behind by this Reinhardt, cutting off literally all 4 of them, and they have a tire going. It'll be tough for you to kill the lamp and like legitimately get a kill by yourself here. So this is where I would just sit here. Okay, this is just wasted grab by your Zarya. Make the most of it. Use your secondary fire and farm. Like you're at 75%. Honestly, if you just chucked your secondary fires into here, you'd probably be at 95 to blade before you died right now. Instead of being 79. The biggest thing about meleeing at the end of an ability is melee has its own internal cooldown where you can't use any ability afterwards for a little bit. So if you secondary fire and you melee at the end, you're locked until you finish the melee, and then you can do your actions again. This is actually a mistake a lot of Roadhog players make, is when they hook a tank or someone who's not a solo target that can die to the extra melee damage. Some people, when they play Roadhog, they hook like a ball with like full adaptive shield, 800 HP. They hook, they shoot, and then they melee, and it just locks them in that animation until they can primary fire again. They have too much HP. You're better off like hooking, shooting, and shooting again, because it's just faster and you get more damage output, if that makes any sense. So the same concept here. They're not an isolated target. They're clumped up on a Genji. You just want to just secondary fire as soon as the dash finishes to get the damage. The global cooldown, that's the right word, yes. Internal global cooldown. You're very front-liney here instead of I think you could actually benefit from playing on a bit more cheekier angle. So there, McCree's playing ground, number one. Number two, so's are Junkrat. Reinhardt can't do anything up top, and Roadhog has to land an almost insane hook if he wants to hook you from up here. I think as a Genji, I'd recognize that. Go up here and look to farm Blade here like this. Keep poking him. If anything, you can take an isolated fight against Baptiste if you're really confident in your Genji abilities, if he allows you to like cross the gap. But that's like, instead of playing just head on in front of your tanks and just right here, I would probably look to do that. So what I notice a lot of Genjis do, I remember when I did this video with agilities on his Genji. If you guys don't know agilities, he was like a 4700 Genji one trick in like the early days, and he's a really fucking good Genji. He literally just said sometimes he'll just like drop on back. If he doesn't find an isolated isolated squishy, he'll go around the back line. He'll just keep firing secondary fires like this into tanks until they turn around. Until this Roadhog realizes I should try to hook this Genji, or until this Kree starts to turn. He'll do it. He'll deflect to stall, see if he can shoot some damage back, and then he dashes through them back into the team. Now he's back to where you currently are, but he literally sat there and farmed for like 6 straight shuriken rotations and dashed through 4 people for 200 damage. And then he gets blades every other fight for that reason. Especially because you don't really have like they don't have a monkey or anything that can chase you down. These guys are stuck on the ground, right? Okay, you can probably blade off this. Oh. Okay. Stuff is happening here. Stuff is happening. Okay. Yep, you got your blade now. You got your blade. You might not have nano, but as soon as the Sigma... Waiting, they're engaging. Your Sigma's ulting. I would probably just dash up right now and go for it. Because... you'll probably pray that your Ana gets a nano, but even if not, if you guys don't remember, Sigma Flux takes people to half health, right? What's their HP after the Sig Slam? Sigma hits so many people. Dude, even if he had a naked blade right here, one swing would have killed 2. Then he dashed to this Kree and you kill him. Like, it would have been so juicy if you just comboed with like a Sigma ult there. That's tough. Now they get to hold you. Your Sigma kind of recognized it. Your Sigma was like, let me just go high ground because they can't do anything about me. And they didn't do anything about that Sig ult. You got the most cleanest Sig ult in the world. So many people, but there's no follow-up. So that's tough. It's tough, man. A lot of missed opportunities here on your Genji so far. Yeah, you got the kill on this guy first. Nice, you're going for the squishies. Very good, very good. Okay, you clean up that guy. All right, at least you got it in the next fight. Nice, you can kill him too. Just keep shurikening. Yep. Nice. Like, I think your decision making, like your mechanics themselves, like your other than that target selection earlier on your first blade, like it seems like you have pretty good tracking. You kind of know your projectile aims on your Genji shurikens, so they're pretty solid. You got the dash resets. I was gonna say that's a decent dash. Remember what I said, the 3 things to remember when you dash as a Genji, are you able to either A, get a reset, or B, have you deflect, or you know, at least have a way to get out safely. So What happened there was they're all clumped, you dash through them, and then you hop up over here to get out of danger. And these guys are too focused and concentrated because you're opportunist, and you know they're distracted by your team who's doing an onslaught of damage head on. The last thing they want to do is turn around and face their back into 4 people on your team. So you're actually able to like get into their backline pretty cleanly now. I thought you were gonna stay up here. Good, be careful. This Junkrat might kill you now. Hey, good. Look, your mechanics are pretty good. Like, you just dashed up too. You had that 1-8 like flick up into the air, get out safely. Hit that tire, you're hunting him. Primary fire. Oh, that was a bit slow in the reaction there. Okay. Good though. Oh. Unlucky. Flashed on the martyrdom. Oh, big res. I thought you would dash out, not gonna lie. Listen, you have like the decision making definitely needs a lot more work, more so than your mechanics. When you do blade, your blades have been good. You could dash through this to get a reset.
60 seconds remaining.
So like I said, Sigma gets a thing like this, you are literally almost guaranteed a reset at this point. This is tough. This guy just fucking rolled you.
60 seconds remaining.
My ultimate is charging.
It's tough though. You're also playing Genji when he's kind of rough to play into in a comp like this. Like Lucio, Moira fades and has so much self-heal, hard to kill. Genji just loses to this flashbang, dude. He has too much HP. Hard to kill these guys. Junkrat's hard to dive if he hits a nice trap. Like Genji into this comp is already hard, so life is rough for Genji mains right now. But hey, rejoice. The new buffs are on their way soon. You almost have your blade. Just wait. You're gonna step into a trap. Oh, I knew it. Good dash up right now. Nice. That's clean. Okay, good. I think this is platinum.
10 seconds.
Like your mechanics look better than being in gold, but the decision making feels like you're run-of-the-mill stuck in plat kind of person. Like really good mechanics, but then you might be like, why am I stuck? Is it my mechanics are good? And they are like pretty solid. But yeah. As you said, the only useful thing about Genji in this meta is his blade. When Genji is good outside of blade, he's scary, and this buff will help him with the secondary fire. But right now, the only useful thing is his blade, so your goal is to literally farm it as fast as you can. Which is, again, dependent on your decision making right there to like pick the angle, know where they can't counter you. Like what? Like the decisions to do that. It's very questionable. It is very hard to solo dive any of these people, so the whole idea of being an opportunist like Genji out of the window to get those resets. They don't have a Zenyatta or like a really vulnerable person like a Widowmaker, anybody you could dive. Junkrat's hard because he literally instantly mines you back or has a trap. Flashbang, Zarya can bubble, Ryan has too much HP, he can just swing at you, Moira can fade, Lucio can boop you. Like this is honestly, if I played Genji into this comp, I would get flamed by my team. Yes, comp is back up. I know, I saw, guys. I saw. Yes, I saw. I already found out like 30 minutes ago. I'm switching to Apex after this anyways. I just didn't change the title. I'm just doing my VOD review. We played customs with the streamers until rank was back up. Why is it on Forbes' website? Yeah, chat is already thinking high gold. My ceiling here is like low plat at most. Could be gold, but I really feel like it could be a platinum player. I feel like you might have potential to hit diamond if you just clean up the decision making. Realistically, your mechanics are fine to get you to diamond, which is already like top 20% players. All right, so they're coming here. Play these angles. See, they can't do anything about you. You're just farming blade. I wouldn't play as that close unless you had a way to get out. Yeah, like you know how to flick up and get out. I was gonna say deflect in case that Hanzo had an arrow charge to get to you. You're escaping now. Nice half wall climb. Nice. So this is a great opportunistic dash. Like this, much better here. Jumping over this Rhine. I was gonna say getting into his range there. I would have secondary fired into melee, but I think he tried. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Keep farming, keep farming. Can I? Maybe. Okay, that was okay. Like I said, Zarya, a lot of HP. I saw the healing coming. I was about to say, if you dash that again. Oh. One thing I learned from watching Necros, he's always farming blade on high ground. Exactly. So I know your eyes light up, and especially with the Mora Coalescence, I can see why you wanted to do this. This could have been, you might have been able to pull this off. That's high risk. She's still at 100 something HP. And then she just got healed by Anna. You're kind of screwed now, looking at that HP. That in itself was a tough one to get. She was still at 100. Like, even though the health bar looks kind of low on the Zarya, she's still at like 100 something HP. Like, you need to get the perfect dash secondary fire to do enough damage to kill her. She was at 99, like 100 HP, dash 50, secondary fire. You need 2 shurikens to still hit and the melee. Or no, 1 shuriken, plus 28. Yeah, and by the time you went in, yeah, that damage went in. Like, you actually could have been able to pull this off. This one was just like banking on you hitting it though. Like, it was doable. It was doable to get the reset and get out. But your window is like, your window of opportunity was like this big, similar to your. I'm just kidding. Oh. Don't go for the nano target. Yes, go for the squishy. Good. Okay, still doable. Okay, at least you went for the Anna first and you secured their one of them, so you're good. Cool. Like I said. Oh, okay, now your tracer's on. You can dash in this. Now you can get the kill. Okay, so as soon as I saw your tracer there, I was like, you totally go for it. But alone, no. Yeah, they're on monkey now, so you just break the bubble. Just keep firing. Don't stop. Primal. Oh, they've been on monkey. Honestly, he's anti. You can dash in and do the damage. Nice, dead. For the squishies. You have a dash reset right there. You have a dash. You have a dash. Nice. Okay, so I thought you should have just dashed earlier here. This is a reset city. This is your eyes light up like this is a Genji. I see this. I see that. You have a dash. Right here. That Anna should be instantly dead. Like right there. Right click, secondary fire, dash. Then you get the dash reset and you go through there. Boom, boom. At least you got 180s. Good deflect. And then you got lasered. Alright, last team fight. You have a blade. Okay, it's hard to go for Lucio, but that's alright. I think you guys win this regardless. Good damage outputted. We have a Pharah. Nice. Pharah. Alright. Biggest takeaway, chat, and Will the Thrill, definitely mechanics. Don't worry too much about that. Pretty solid. Good fundamentals are there. But you your approach to each of these fights outside of your blades is pretty rough, not gonna lie. But you, like, I can see you 180 turning pretty comfortably. You know how to like wall ride quickly to get some little high ground jukes. Like, mechanics good, decision making needs some work. Chat's gonna have a gander and a guess at what your SR is. Like I said, I'm gonna say you're about like a 2600 player. Think about, like, again, Genji's is all about the farming the blade. In this meta, tough against that comp. That should be, you have to recognize what you can do in a hero. You're not playing with a ball. Well, you weren't earlier. You're playing with like Sigma and fucking Zarya. But if you're playing with the ball and maybe you had a tracer, then you can be a lot more opportunistic and, you know, go for those cheeky dashes into the backline. But outside of that, like if you guys watch, you know, who are the Genji players that still play right now? Shatter and Necros. If they're forcing Genji in a meta like this, watch how they play. They literally just, for the most part, play on the high ground and kind of fork side angle and just keep chucking secondary fires until they get focused. Maybe they'll deflect, maybe they won't, and then they'll dash out afterwards and just play for blade. Since finding isolated targets is so hard, especially if they run rushy Lucio stuff, they all kind of clump together. Anyways, good review, pretty solid. Chat had their guess. What is your rank? Wait, are you even here the whole time? I hope you are. Oh, you are. You're in the chat. What is your rank, Will of the Thrill? Wait, are you even here? He'll watch the VOD later? Okay, well, I think chat had their guess. All right, we'll switch to Apex now. I think Fitzy's waiting.